Thinking about going on a diet? Watch this. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video. New content coming all the time. I have a personal history of dieting. I started when I was in my early 20s. I cut out entire food groups. I became very restrictive. I decided I wanted to become really healthy. So what better way than to go on a really restrictive diet? Well, the whole thing backfired and I spent the next 10 years of my life recovering from all of it. Now I'm here to share with you some of the lessons that I learned and to warn you about the hazards of dieting. The behavior isn't condemned at all. In fact, it's actually encouraged in popular media and in everyday life. The fact is, dieting is a hazard and it's indirectly or directly responsible for many of the health ailments that we suffer from today. When I see somebody with an eating disorder or somebody who is obese, I see somebody who went on a diet. So without further introduction, let's get to the reasons why you shouldn't go on a diet. And if you stick around long enough, I'll give you a bonus reason. But I'm not going to tell you where it is. You actually have to watch the whole video. The first reason you shouldn't go on a diet is because they make you miserable. It becomes an obsession. You're always focused on the scale, how you look, how your clothes fit. They divert energy that you need for other tasks. They create a lot of stress and anxiety in your life that you really don't need. You're better off spending that money and that energy and that focus on other more important tasks in your life, like your career or your business. I remember how much time I spent and how much focus that I lost thinking about my weight loss and my diet. It was completely unnecessary and it was a complete diversion from other things. Dieting also makes you more lethargic, more irritable, and it makes you less happy overall. It's amazing how much we'll do something that makes us miserable in pursuit of some elusive goal. We keep doing it even though it's making us miserable and unhappy. Isn't the whole point of dieting to lose weight and to be healthier and happier? The fact is, it actually has the opposite effect. The second reason is they don't work. Research consistently shows that people who diet end up not losing the weight. In fact, many of them regain it. Dieting is really stressful and it's really hard, mentally and physically. Our brains have mechanisms to make sure that we don't lose a lot of weight really fast. It's actually a survival mechanism from the days when food was actually really scarce. The thing is, food isn't scarce anymore and it's really easy to obtain, but our brains haven't changed at all in the last 10,000 years. The third reason is they actually make you gain weight in the future. Dieting and yo-yo dieting especially is associated with binge eating, overeating, eating disorders, and altered relationships with food in the future. Most obese people today have gone on some diet. And teenagers and young adults who diet end up having altered relationships with their food in the future and are more likely to get an eating disorder. That's why I can claim that dieting directly or indirectly causes many of the health problems we have today, from diabetes to neuropathy to obesity. And that leads me to my bonus reason. They actually cause eating disorders and make you binge eat. If you asked me to design a way to make you binge eat in the future, I would tell you to go on some diet. Because that's exactly what happens. When you go on a restrictive diet, you restrict calories, your brain detects a threat to its survival, and that's why it makes you eat a lot more than what you wanted to eat. Binge eating cannot happen without dieting. In fact, dieting always precedes binge eating. Binge eating in many ways is a survival mechanism. You can read a lot more about this in detail in Katherine Hanson's great book, Brain Over Binge. People don't binge eat just for the fun of it. In fact, I never had the thought until I was about 22 or 23. But you know what I did before that? I dieted and I restricted. If we're going to end overeating and binge eating in this country, then we need to stop dieting. The next reason is they set you up for failure. Like I said earlier, most diets end in complete failure, and when you go on a diet, you expect to be successful, even though most people don't reach their goal. But then you inevitably fail, and you think that it's a problem of character or willpower, and you think that you can't accomplish anything. Dieting then actually lowers the amount of confidence and the self-esteem that you have, and you're less likely to accomplish goals in other areas of your life. Dieting doesn't just impact your physical health, it actually impacts your mental health too. And with decreased confidence and decreased chances of success, you're less likely to take risks in the future. My next reason is they screw you up for a long time. Most people who go on a diet don't just try one diet, they try multiple diets. This is what's called yo-yo dieting or serial dieting. When you fail on one diet, you think that the diet was the problem, so you go on another diet, then another diet, then another diet. And the cycle just continues over and over. The problem isn't the diet. It isn't keto, it isn't high carb, it isn't vegan, it isn't cabbage soup or whatever it is. The problem is dieting itself. When you cut out entire food groups and you make an entire list of food that you can never eat again, you only crave them even more. And when you crave food even more, you're more likely to eat it, and you're more likely to eat it in vast quantities. Having a good relationship with food is absolutely essential if you're going to lose weight and be healthy in the long term. The problem is it's really hard to diet and then return to a normal relationship with food. The fact is, when you go on one diet and fail, it alters your relationship with food for many years to come. Personally, it took me over 10 years to recover from the first one. Fortunately, you can repair the damage and you can recover, but it takes time and it takes effort. The next reason is they make you think short term instead of long term. The fact is, real weight loss is slow and unsexy. I know we like to get rapid results and overnight success. The fact is, there is no overnight success. Most success comes through years and years of diligence and hard work and consistency. Losing weight and improving your health is the same thing. You're much better off losing weight at a much slower rate than at a fast rate. The fact is, weight loss is usually not very urgent. That's not to say that it's not necessary and it's not something you should do, but you need to have a realistic time frame. Sadly, most people don't do this. They want to get that beach body or that summer body ready when it's March and April. They create unrealistic expectations and they expect to lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time. They're only causing serious physical and mental damage to their health. This is what I call the lottery ticket approach. How do you get wealthy? You find a problem, you find a solution to that problem, and you sell that solution to the right people at the right time. That's how you create real wealth. But if you want to get rich fast, you buy a lottery ticket and hope that that lottery ticket is the winning ticket. It's kind of like opening a candy bar and expecting to find a golden ticket. And when you think short term when it comes to your health and your fitness, you're more likely to think short term when it comes to finances too. People who diet are more likely to get involved in get rich quick schemes and invest in other programs that promise quick riches. The fact is, you can't lose weight, transform your health, and get rich really fast. That's just not how life is. So let's recap. Why shouldn't you diet? They make you miserable, they don't work, they make you regain weight, they make you overeat and binge eat in the future, they alter your relationship with food for a long time, they set you up for failure, and they make you think short term. That doesn't seem like quite a deal to me. Fortunately, there are better ways, and in future videos, I'll show you how you can lose weight safely and without losing your sanity too. I hope this video dissuades you from going on some kind of diet. But if you have a history of dieting, I have good news for you. I've put together some free training that you can find at eatwithcontrol.com, and in that video, I'll show you how to conquer junk food and sugar cravings for good. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out some of my other videos. I'll see you next time.